name is Madison and welcome back to my channel. If you did not see my chapter 1, I guess you could say, of this video, go check that out if you're interested. I was planning on making this all one video, and before I knew it, 12 minutes had gone by, and I figured why not break them up so you can watch the part you're actually interested in. So basically today I am going to be finishing up kind of my third round of grad school applications. Put short, I'm applying to 10 schools. I've already applied to 5. I have 4 due in about 12 hours for Cornell, MIT, Michigan, and Penn State. I'm a current senior studying aerospace engineering, applying to PhD programs in a lot of different things. At some schools I'm applying for robotics, some schools I'm applying for fluids, and some schools I'm applying for experimental UAV research. So, like I said, go check out that video if you want to kind of catch up on where I'm applying, why I'm applying, a general overview of the application process. I will go more in depth with that today. But before we get started, if y'all have not heard of College Essay Guy, I want to give a big shout out to them. College Essay Guy is an online website that has a ton of really cool resources I highly recommend you take advantage of. Whether you're a parent, a counselor, or a student, they have free and paid resources and courses on everything from building your college application list, writing your personal statement, how to go about the supplemental essays. They have specific courses on being a great counselor, supporting your child through the college application process, that sort of thing, as well as really specific courses on applying to the UC system. So I will have a ton of links down in the description if y'all are interested in checking those out. And don't forget to use the code Madison for 10% off any of their paid resources. And of course, they do have a ton of free resources as well. So I've been using their resources as I work through my own grad applications, and I figured y'all might want to as well. So let's just get started. I do not want to do this, if I'm being completely honest. It's sunny out, it's not super warm out, but it is a nice day. I finished my finals yesterday and I still have to grade a few questions of 140 exams for the class I TA for. So it doesn't feel like school's really over yet. Alrighty, so I mentioned this in my last video, but the really sucky part and the thing that makes grad applications so sucky is that there's no Common App. So unlike the Common App for undergrad, where you fill out your personal information, your previous employment, your clubs, all that stuff once, I get to do it 10 times. So I have to do it once for every single school, which honestly sucks. I'm almost done doing that for the 4 schools I have to tonight, and then I have to go in and edit my personal statement for every single school and write supplemental essays for every single school. So I have quite a bit to do. The fortunate thing is that my personal statement is already written, and if you do not know how a personal statement works, it is a 2-page long doc typically where you talk about your personal experience and background, so research, clubs, that sort of thing, your goals for grad school and then beyond, and then specifically why you want to go to that school and what professors you want to work with specifically. So the bulk of your, typically, the bulk of your personal statement can stay the same. You're just going to be changing little bits and pieces. And then because I've already applied to 5 schools, I already have a pretty good database, I guess, of supplemental essays that I can just go and modify and add to. So I'm not super concerned. I'm gonna need a lot. So I went to Starbucks this morning. I got my shaken espresso. I love shaken espressos if you have not had one. And there's 4 shots of espresso in here. So this will be getting me through the next 12 hours of doing this because they are due in 12 hours and 12 minutes. I was gonna go to the barn today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So, ooh, okay. Either way, let's just get started. Alrighty, so the first thing I want to do is walk y'all through my PhD application spreadsheet. This is something I highly recommend y'all do if you are applying to college. I don't care if it's undergrad, grad, master's, engineering, not. Make a spreadsheet like this that you can just really outline everything for yourself just to make it a lot more easy. So on the left hand side here, I have all the schools I'm applying to, a little checkbox of whether or not I've applied, and they are all in order of when the application is due. I have whether the GRE is required or not, and whether or not I have sent in my scores if it is required. I have the date and the time of when the letters of rec are due, whether or not I have, oh, this should be checked, whether or not I have requested my letters of rec for that school. These are the folks that I have asked to write me letters of rec. I have their initials blurred out, but I have the initials for each of the 3 professors that is writing me letters of rec, and whether or not they have submitted it. Of course, like this one right here, I did not ask for a letter of rec to Penn State from this person because it only asked for 2 letters of rec total. On the right here, I have the supplemental essay, so I can check this off once I've completed those. If my resume is uploaded, my personal statement's uploaded, my transcript is uploaded, the professors that I'm working or interested in working with, and then the names of the research labs if it applies. So all these wacky little highlighted boxes here are random notes. So for CU, I need to remember to fill out the form for in-state residency. Of course, green means it's done. And then I just kind of color coordinate these little boxes here. So I just see that as blue, and then that corresponds to this little blue note down here, which says the references are contacted after I submit my application, just so that I know that I'm not expecting these to be submitted yet. My personal statement, for example, University of Michigan has a very, I don't want to say wacky, I honestly don't remember their exact personal statement rules, but I remember there was something weird that I needed to give myself a note that I follow. And then UT Austin for my transcript. Oops, don't undo it. UT Austin for my transcript, I had to upload it after submission, which, to be honest, I have not done yet. So I highly recommend you do something like this. I am somebody that loves the satisfaction of checking things off. So if I can just go in and check off the boxes and feel productive, just helps me outline when everything is due. So alrighty, so the first school I'm gonna get started with is Penn State. It's first on my list, and I think it's the only school I have not gone through and added my like education, test scores, classes, scholarships, employment history, that sort of thing too. So I'm gonna put my headphones on, get down, going with that, and I just need to start checking these things off. I'm halfway tempted to start with the schools I'm really close to submitting, which Cornell and Michigan, I'm basically almost done with. All I have to do is like edit my personal statement and the supplemental essays. I either already have something that basically works for it, or I just need to add a little bit. Now I'm second guessing everything. Maybe I will start with Michigan. Let's see. Like I said, I'm applying to 10 schools, so I have 10 login infos, 10 logins. Yes, 10 logins, which is a pain in the butt. I'm so close on Michigan. We're starting with Michigan. For this one, all I have to do, let's see, it's loading. I've already gone through, selected my program, selected my professors, done my personal information, education information, language proficiency, awards, employment activities, letters of rec, resume, financial assistance. All I need to do is now fill out the aerospace supplemental information and then additional essays. So for the, I guess I could show you this. I don't know what I'm allowed to show you. So for Michigan, the program specific information talks about like generals of experience, or like areas of experience, my like specific subplans, which I already selected my first one beforehand, and then I'm going into ideally morphing air vehicles and then adaptive control. Selecting my professors, which I've already done. Here I need to upload my statement of purpose. Then we go to additional essay and information. If it will load, which it honestly might not. A lot of these Oh yeah, okay, this is annoying. You have to do it in order. So I need to fill this out before I can go take a look at the supplemental essays. So let's go do this and finish my personal statement. Okay, let's do this thing. First thing I need to go check off my to-do list is to nail down my University of Michigan personal statement, so then I can move on to the supplemental essays and get that one done. I'm doing all of my personal statements in Overleaf. If you've never heard of Overleaf, not to be rude, but you're probably living under a rock. If you're an undergrad, you kind of, or if you're in high school, you have a pass. If you are an undergrad in engineering, use Overleaf, use LaTeX. Just do it, please. It makes everything look so much nicer. It's a little wacky to learn, but once you get the hang of it, it's easy. It's not hard at all. It makes your things look professional. They don't look like you typed it on a Word document. As a teaching assistant and somebody that grades labs and things like that, if you do not use Overleaf and you're a junior in college, we get very mad. You should know better. So please do it. I wish I would have used it for my undergrad. I didn't even know it existed. So if you are applying to undergrad and you want to make everything look a little bit nicer, please go use Overleaf. Go learn it. Like I said, it's not super hard. Once you know it, it's great. Looks beautiful. So I have everything in Overleaf. To be honest, I have literally just been copying and pasting or duplicating one of my personal statements and then Michigan, and then I'll just go edit that duplicated version. So I'm gonna put my headphones in and we're gonna get this party started. Okay, I think I have a draft of my Michigan personal statement I mostly like, except for it's 6 lines too long because I talked maybe a little bit more than I should have about my professors. Well, I don't know, that sounds bad. I like what I said, but I need to find some places to take things out, and I also had to add a few lines for like a specific heading that they want, so I'm gonna try to fix that. Hopefully I can have this turned in and not too long because it's already 11 o'clock. All this stuff takes way longer than I expected to, so let's go fix my shit. Okay, like I mentioned, school ended like a week ago. Finals ended yesterday, or at least my finals did, which means that class grades are starting to come out, and they just released senior design grades, which is huge because I got an A in senior design. It's a 4-credit class, it's an upper division class, and it's a major class, so it counts for my upper division GPA and my major GPA and my technical GPA. And for some schools, they ask for all 4 of those, so you're like general 1, your major, your upper division, and then your technical GPA. Some schools might just ask for major, some schools might just ask for upper division. Regardless, this is huge because like your upper division GPA and your major GPA in particular, you have a lot less classes counting towards those because upper division, of course, is like classes 3,000 level and above, and then major GPA means that humanities don't count, calc classes don't count, physics classes don't count. So getting an A in this class, especially when the class average was not an A, is huge. And it already uploaded to my transcript, which means I get to go through and change all my GPAs on all 4 of the schools I'm applying to be just a little bit higher, which is nice. So that's exciting. I'm not sure how much of a difference it made, but it made a little difference. So you can't complain too much about a little difference. I'm kind of hoping that some of my other class grades will post today as well. I don't know, I should be careful what I wish for though, because I'm not entirely sure. So my aircraft design class, that's for sure not getting posted today, but that's okay. I don't think I got an A in that class because I thought that was gonna be an easy class. Absolutely was not even close. My grad class, my statistical estimation for dynamical systems, I'm not sure what I'll get in that class. The grading is kind of weird, like a 60% is a B- because it's a grad class. And I'm not sure how much partial credit we'll get on our final project, like Kalman filter project. But either way, having a grad class with a grade on my transcript would be cool and look good, I think. So either way, that's exciting. Little side note, I'm gonna keep working now, but okay, I think I like my Michigan personal statement. I'm gonna go ahead and download it and upload it. I'm a little concerned though, because like I was saying earlier, I have to apply to this really linearly. Like you saw that I wasn't able to click on additional essay and information, which is concerning because I had to do my personal or my academic statement of purpose first. And it looks like I'm gonna have to do a personal statement and a statement of purpose, which for some schools that's one thing, for some schools those are two different documents. And it looks like for Michigan those are two different documents, which means I have a lot of work to do. But it is now uploaded. Yes. Next page, moment of truth. Am I gonna have to write another one of those? Hopefully not. So of all the schools I've applied to, only two so far, I guess no, only one so far has me do them separately. Okay, so I do have to write a personal statement, but it's only 500 words, which is pretty damn short. So that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. And then I'm done. Oh my gosh, that's it after this. Okay. Okay, I'm excited. I can do this. New wave of energy, and then I want to take a break because it's already 11:30. I just Frankensteined like 4 essays I wrote, like supplemental essays I wrote for other schools, into one personal statement for Michigan, and I like it. I need to go get my credit card and I can pay to turn this thing in. Also, if you all don't sit on your chair with your legs on your desk, highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. I can also barely hear myself talking with these on. Y'all, I'm gonna be completely candid with you. Grad applications are not cheap. There are occasionally little like deals and things you can take advantage of where you can get, like CU had a free application day, that sort of thing. A few, or honestly quite a few schools are relatively affordable to apply to. And then occasionally, like Stanford I think was $125. So not cheap, but it is an investment. And honestly, PhD programs, as far as I know, at least the schools I'm applying to, they're funded if you get in. So not only do they pay for your tuition, but they pay for you to go there. So it's like being on over a full ride, which they better, because that's gonna be your job for like 6 years. But it's not like I'm going into more debt from that. So that's good. But just do keep that in mind when you're applying, because it is not cheap. But again, I do think it is a very good investment. So cool. Okay, I gotta check that off my to-do list. We have applied to Penn State. Nope, we've applied to Michigan. I have not applied to Penn State. That was the one above this one on the list. One of the most time-consuming parts of all of this is picking out the professors. Like I mentioned, I am kind of applying or like debating between 3 different things I want to study at every school, which means for the most part I have to go through every single professor, the research labs, if they look like they might have openings. And I'm gonna be honest, I did not do this the right way. A lot of people reach out to the professor like weeks or months before they even submit their application, which I did not do. You can do it last minute, or I guess not last minute, but you can like, my plan is once I have them done, email everybody, and email all the professors I applied to work for, just like letting them know like, hey, heads up. I mean, of course, don't say heads up, but just like, just reaching out to let you know I'm interested in your research. I have applied to your research lab or whatever it is, but oh my goodness, it takes so long and it's so tedious. And I realized I haven't picked them out for Penn State yet, which I thought I did, and I didn't. So that's a bummer. I need to go do that now so then I can actually keep going with that part of the application and then integrate that into my personal statement. But I got some Cheez-Its and I should probably drink some water because it is 1:08 and all I've had today is at least 3 shots of espresso. There's 4 in this total, and like a quarter of a breakfast sandwich. So number 2, baby. I am turning in Penn State right now. I am, guys, I'm stressed in some senses because I have 7.5 hours to do 2 of them, and they're the 2 that are the least done. And I also really want to relax and take a break. But I also want to get this done so I can enjoy my night. So I'm kind of in the, I don't know. What's the word? I can't make up my mind. I also have not received any of my letters of rec to Cornell, which is also stressing me out because I didn't request them until last night because I forgot. And I feel like I'm debating sending all of my letters of rec, like my professors, an email, just a reminder and apologizing for it being so last minute. But I also feel like it's my own fault. But I think I just need to do it and just bite the bullet and apologize. And I hope they'll understand, but who knows? You never know. Either way. Break's over. That took, I look like I napped, I feel like. I laid around and watched TikTok for way too long. It's now 3:20. I'm going to do my damn best to have MIT in by 4. Maybe Cornell. I don't know. In 40 minutes, maybe I could do it. I don't think there's a ton more for me to do. Yeah, I don't think there's a ton more for me to do. I'm just not sure if I can submit my application without my letters of rec fully in. Not sure. We're gonna see. But let's get this party started. A little advice, read the prompt before you write the essay. I've probably spent over an hour adjusting my statement of purpose for Cornell, and then I just realized it is capped at 1,000 words, which, not the biggest deal in the world. I didn't write the completely wrong essay, but I would have done this completely differently if I knew it was only 1,000 words. So that's fantastic. I am gonna go figure that out. Figure out what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna write, and it's 4:20 right now. I was hoping to have this turned in 20 minutes ago, and I'm very far from being done. So we're gonna keep checking. I just turned in Cornell. I fixed my personal statement. I guess I fixed my statement of purpose, and then I wrote my personal statement, which was like a supplemental thing for like a separate fellowship consideration. And if you don't know how PhD programs work, you're a lot more likely, because they are funded, because it's like a full ride and they pay for like $35K a year-ish. If you can get funding from somewhere else, you're a lot more likely to get accepted, because then it's not coming out of like the professor and the research lab's like budget. So I applied for a fellowship, a diversity fellowship, through the Cornell portal that I had to write a separate personal statement for. I don't want to say it was easy, but like I have a few essays I really like about diversity and being a female, and some stories that should not have happened but happened. So makes it slightly easier to talk about when I already have a few things kind of piled up. But it's 5:17. I cannot believe I sat in this chair literally all day. And I'm gonna try to have MIT done in the next hour, hopefully. So let's go. 7:01. I cannot believe I sat here since like 9 a.m. This was probably the longest day, not ever, but like this is a lot more exhausting than I thought it was gonna be. And I just applied to freaking MIT. That is crazy. I don't even want to say anything. I don't want to say I don't care where I get in. As cool as it would be to get into like a big name school like MIT or Stanford, CU has great research and we are just up there with them as far as like rankings go and research goes and qualifications goes. So wherever I'm meant to be, I'm meant to be. It'll happen as it's supposed to. I'm glad I gave it gave all my options my best shot. I'm gonna go look less tired and I'm gonna go out to dinner and celebrate being mostly done with the semester, except for the fact that I have like 6 hours of grading to do tomorrow. But other than that, we're chilling, we're vibing. So thank you all for coming along today with me. I'm glad I got this all done. I'm glad it's not 10 o'clock and I still have a little bit of a night, but I will see you all next time. Peace out. Bye.